Greetings and welcome back to the Galley of the Sun. So today we're going to make a fantastic Mexican dish, Chile Verde con Cerdo. Now, for a normal person, this is probably pretty challenging for a weekday meal. It's going to take us about 2 hours to get through this. But if either A, you get off early enough, or B, you're crazy like me, you can do it. You can make it happen. First thing we're going to do, I took a 6-pound Boston butt and I deboned it, which isn't nearly as kinky as it sounds. And then I trimmed off all of the fat pieces, which we are going to use, and then the rest of it, the good meat chunks, cut them into bite-sized cubes. So we're going to take that and throw it into a bowl. And then in that bowl is going to go about a tablespoon of salt. Sprinkle that around. Then we're going to just toss that. Once we have everything evenly coated, we're going to cover it with some saran wrap and then put it in the refrigerator for an hour as we work on all the other components of this dish. All right, we're good and tossed there. Get it covered, get it in the fridge, be right back. As our pork is chilling, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some onions here, and all the amounts are going to be down in the description. I'm gonna take some onions, I'm gonna take my tomatillos, an entire bulb of garlic, 1 jalapeno, and here's where you have choices. It's dependent on the kind of heat that your family likes. Said it many, many times, we don't like heat for heat's sake, we like flavor. So what I have here is 3 poblano peppers and 2 hatch green chilies. You could go with 5 Anaheims, any combination in there, but you need about 5 good-sized peppers worth. I'm gonna take it out to my smoker, which I have preheating to 500 degrees right now, and we're gonna get a good char on all these. All right, so after about 12 minutes of fire roasting these vegetables, got them back inside. Now we're gonna let them cool, but the peppers are gonna go into a plastic bag. You can see how the skin is all black and charred, and that's fine. We're gonna peel all that off. Now that step I just did, you could absolutely do it in your oven on broil. But I like to do it out on the smoker because I think it adds a little bit of smoke flavor to everything. So the peppers go in the bag. We'll get that zipped up and let those set until they're cool, about 15 minutes or so. And then once the onions and garlic has cooled down, we'll get those peeled. Tomatillos are just gonna go right into the food processor. All right, as I said, I trimmed up that Boston butt, taken off any big hunks of fat or anything that just didn't look super delicious, but we're gonna make it delicious. All of those undesirables are going into a Dutch oven, along with a cup of water. We're going to start that on high heat. What we want to do here is get a vigorous simmer going on, and we're going to stir the pork pieces every once in a while. What we're going to do is cook off all of that water and build ourselves a nice fond on the bottom of that pot. All that delicious fat is going to render out of there, and that's going to be part of our chili. And the timing is going to work out perfect here. We're about 30 minutes into our pork that has been salted that needs to set for an hour. This is going to take us about 30 minutes. Probably in about 15 minutes here, I'm going to be able to peel the garlic and the onions and get the tomatillos, all that stuff together in the food processor. Then we'll be ready to put it all together. All right, starting to get that simmer I want to see. Yep, got a little bit of sticking going on, and that's fine. That means the fond is forming. So at this point, I am now preheating my oven to 325 degrees, but first, made sure that my racks were arranged for the Dutch oven. Water's almost gone, and it's smelling very porkalicious over here. All right, so now all the water's gone. We're gonna let this go about another 6 minutes or so, stirring frequently, building up that good fond on the bottom of the pot. There, you can see that good dark brown fond forming. Fantastic, smells incredible. All right, got that where we want it. So So now we're going to take all these pieces out and toss them, but keep all that oil behind and that fond. As that pork fat was rendering there and giving us that fantastic fond, I went ahead and destemmed, deseeded, took the skin off of the peppers, got the garlic all peeled, onions, just got the outer shell, cut the top and bottom off, it's in there. Now, we're just going to take this and pulse it, assuming we have it plugged in, and we don't. I'm going to pulse it about 10 times. I'm not looking for juice here. I'm looking for just a rough cut. Okay. Yep, the biggest thing is that onion, I didn't do anything but halve it. So as long as I got that chopped up, everything else is going to be fine. Okay, now we're ready for some final touches here. We're going to heat that oil until we start to get a shimmer. And because it hasn't been off the heat long, it's already shimmering. In goes our cumin, our oregano, our cinnamon, and our cloves. We're going to get that stirred in just about garlic time, about 30 seconds until it's good and fragrant. Getting that fond scraped as we go. Delicious. In goes our tomatillo, pepper, onion, garlic mixture. And because we love the smokiness, a good healthy spoonful or two of the diced chipotles. Maybe 3. Get that all mixed in. Keep scraping that fond off the bottom. Oh my gosh, it smells incredible. In go our bay leaves, our sugar, and our black pepper. Get that all mixed in. And then our pork. Remember, pour away from you for safety. Get all that mixed in. Once this comes to a simmer, we're going to give it one more stir. We're going to put the lid on it. It goes in the oven for 45 minutes. At the 45-minute point, comes out, another stir, back in the oven for another 45 minutes, and then it's going to be dinner time. We are there. Chili's out of the oven. You can serve this over rice. You can serve this with Fritos. You can serve it by itself. It doesn't matter. It is delicious every way. The last thing I did was I stirred in about a half a cup of diced cilantro. Here for serving, I have some diced up avocados. I got some cheese together. You cannot go wrong with this meal. Hey, if you did like what you see today, if you did like what you saw today, make sure you hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button and don't miss an episode. All right. Hopefully it will not melt my face and it's ready to go. Pork is mega tender. Got a tiny little bit of bite from those chipotles. The flavor is out of this world. You definitely want to give this a try. I wonder how much of this is out of my face. Hey, thank you so much for joining us today. And until next time, fair winds and following seas.